Welcome to the Today's Leader podcast. Building tomorrow's best leaders, today.
Way to go, guys. Way to go. Keep it going. Good job, guys. All right, Paul, I see you. All right, Charles, finish. Charles, Coach Carl.
Great job, guys.
Hey there, it's Coach Curl here, and welcome to Monday Mentoring on the Today's Leader podcast, building tomorrow's best leaders today. Now, recently I was listening to a podcast, and during this podcast, the host and co-host were answering questions which they had put out to their audience through social media, and were responding to the analysis that this provided. But what became very clear very quickly after just a few discussions was the mentality of the hosts and how they spoke often about the many relationships that they'd had with people that ended up in messy breakups. In fact, the clarity indicated that they had blocked and removed many people from their lives after these messy breakups. And they seemed to be in this perpetual state of starting over, which got me thinking. Often when things always end badly, the problem isn't with everyone else. It's more likely to be with you, and many leaders will also fall into this trap. Some leaders become a constant cycle of being the problem. They are constantly at the center of issues, conflict, problems, and many organizations will just shuffle them around until they find their place. They get into this endless shuffle cycle where shifting the problems is not dealing with the problem. And the leader is often oblivious, believing the problem always lies with others. But just like the podcast show host where things always end badly, whether it's a relationship or a conflict at work, the common denominator is often you or the leader, or in the podcast host case, themselves. And to understand that and to actually remedy that undertakes some honest self-reflection. So we have to acknowledge that there's one common denominator. And if it's you, it's time for some growth. And isn't this what Monday Mentoring is all about? Growth. Our challenge is to actually see the real problem and then deal with it like you would every other problem. Understand the real issue and take steps to shift. And sometimes when we're surrounded by problems, the best place that we can be looking is inside. So maybe this week, just ask yourself a very simple question. As a leader, what am I like to be around? Hey, thanks for tuning in to Monday Mentoring. I shall see you all again next week. Bye for now.